Hello, welcome to Tricia's Cards and Crafts, and here's the latest in my series of Simple to Stepped Upon Sundays. These are the two cards that I've made for today, and I'll be showing you how I made this one. It's got something on the inside as well this time. I don't usually put anything on the inside, but for this one it's going to be a sympathy card, obviously, or a condolence card, so I've put something on the inside as well. And this one has also got something on the inside and on the envelope. This one's got the envelope done as well. Now I used some of the watercolour pencils on the card, the note card, but I've used the marker pens for the larger card, so the stepped up version. So I think I will use the marker pens on the one I'm going to make now, because I think that the red shows up a lot nicer on the other one. So here's what we're going to do. Right, so I've got my note card and envelope, and the stamp sets that I'm using are these two. Now I'm using painted poppies because I wanted the images of the poppies, but because there's no sentiments with this one, I'm using the Peaceful Moments stamp set as well, because this one's only got sentiments in it, and they actually do, they do coordinate with each other. They are together or they were together when they first came out in the catalogue, so that's why they're together. So I'm using them with Deepest Sympathy and Thinking of You with All My Heart from the Peaceful Moments set, and I'm using those two images plus the splatter as well. Okay, right, so let's get on with it. So first of all, I'm going to put my main image on the front. Try and do all the stamping first. Put that there. Hold it down to make sure it takes all the ink. Woo! Throw it away. And then I'm going to stamp the inside as well with the image for the inside, and I will also do the envelope. So I'm going to put that there like that. And the envelope. But I'm not going to take it right down to the bottom. Just put this underneath for now. Whoops. Just because I'm going to come off. There we go. There's the image on the envelope. Those are the images done. Now for the sentiments. So I'm going to put this one on the front. There we go. And then on the inside I'm going to put this one. There we go. So that's all the stamping done. I might as well. I'm going to start on the colouring. Oh no, hang on, I haven't finished yet. Now this seems a bit odd, perhaps, but I'm going to put the splodges on next. And I'm using some Old Olive ink pad, and I'm stamping off first. Never mind, because it splodges. It looks a bit odd at the moment, but I will now put the ink away. We'll use the marker pens. This is why I'm using the marker pens, because I think it comes out a lot better with the marker pens now, and the red shows up a lot more. And I'm using the Real Red marker pen. And again, the reason I'm using the well, I'm not just using it because of that, but you don't want to use the blender pens on the cards if you're using them straight onto the card and you're not going to have a layer between them, because they bleed. Okay, but the marker pens don't, so you're fine to use them on the cards. So and you don't want to do lots of small sort of scrubby or circular movements with the marker pens, because they will pill the paper, unlike the blender pens. So you need to do as few movements as possible when you're using the marker pens. Okay. There we go. I don't make a lot of sympathy cards. I tend to make them when I need them, and I don't tend to have a lot of them spare. But we have had some sad news this week, so I thought, let's make a card, a sympathy card, and then I'll have a few spare just in case. There we go, so that's the front of the card. Now I'm going to do the inside. If you're using any of the larger flower images from this set, there are sort of stamps that you can use to infill them, and again, they're not designed to be exact. They give you a sort of a watercolor effect on them, so they're not quite, they don't fit exactly to the outline image, so you do have a little bit outside of the image. So that's the card done. Just finish off the envelope. And I'm using the brush side. I would, if this was one that had been used a bit more, this is quite a new pen for me, I would have used the narrower end to do the stems, because they do tend to go quite soft, and then you end up, they'll be too wide to do the actual stem, and you'll end up being outside of the line too much. But with this, it's not so important. There we go. Oops, and the little flower bud. And there we have the card. So let's have a look, see what you think. Whether you think it's nicer with the more muted colours of the smaller, with the pencils, the watercolour pencils. And these come from set 1, I think this one is, because this is the set 2. And they're both in this one, so it's the Real Red and the Old Olive. Same colours, but they look quite different when you're using the pencils rather than the, you can see as well from the picture, there. Okay, right, just move that out of the way. Don't need that. Now for the main card, the larger card that I've made, the stepped up version, what I've done, I've used the this is some retired DSP that came along with the whole suite of poppies. So you had the stamps, the dies, paper, I think that was it. There were some other bits and pieces probably as well. I think there were some sequins. I've got some sequins here somewhere, but I don't know exactly, can't put my finger on them at the moment. But you could add some sequins to this. I've got some nice red rhinestone basic jewels, and they would look quite nice with this as well. I think I could put a few of those on. I've got one open. Here we go. Maybe we'll just put a few of these on just to finish it off. I usually use 3 sort of, and it doesn't sort of matter where you put them, but sort of a triangular sort of shape is usually the best because it draws the eye in, so it brings it into the image. Right, I hope you've enjoyed the cards that I've made today, and maybe you'd like to try some of your own. If you did enjoy the video, perhaps you could give it a thumbs up to let me know, and also if you've got any suggestions or any questions about them, or any suggestions for future videos, cards you'd like to see me make, then you can leave the suggestions below, or you can email me at triciascardsandcrafts at yahoo.com. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can click on the subscribe button, and if you want to be notified then every time I post a new video, you can click on the little bell icon, and then you'll be notified every time I post a new video. If you want any of the materials that I've used, you can find different papers, you can find the stamps and the die sets, ribbons, embellishments, all sorts, on my online shop, and that is at triciascardsandcraft.stampinup.net, and you can find me on Facebook and Instagram as Tricia's Cards and Crafts, and obviously on YouTube. I hope you've enjoyed it today. Hopefully you'll join me again soon, and thanks. See you again soon. Bye bye.